Shogun is jizzing himself in his grave right now because today we're going to talk about 2CB at 50 mg. Just a quick reminder that this is a very high dose. Many psychonauts, myself included, might even call it heroic, and you should only ever take this dose if you're very experienced with psychedelics and you've taken 2CB before at a strong dose. Whilst at lower doses the body load isn't too intense, now it's something you should be preparing for, as this trip might have some physical side effects. Sweating or feeling like you're sweating is possible. You might feel hot and cold at the same time, and I recommend some ginger, maybe some CBD, and a healthy diet, as the body high is likely to be intense. 2CB is also a stimulant, so get ready to feel pretty damn stimulated and full of a powerful electrifying energy running around your body faster than Trump runs from vegetables. Your hearing is going to be amplified to an extreme amount, which means that music is generally going to sound out of this world, and because all your senses will be somewhat intertwined, any inputs into them like sounds or smells are going to show themselves visually and through your other senses as well. So if you live in a flat and your noisy neighbors start to do a bit of the odd belly bumping, then that might rub off on you. Okay, for real though, whilst 2CB has often been called the sexy psychedelic, at doses this high, whilst it's definitely possible to bury the weasel if you really want to, more likely the idea of giving the dog a bone will seem kind of weird and not really enticing, so I would save that for the calm down where YouTube's monetization policies can't get you. States of ego death and oneness are very possible if you allow them to happen, though compared to acid or shrooms at high doses, the headspace can still be more forgiving and easier to handle. If you're not experienced in letting go of your ego, then this isn't the dose for you anyway. You might run into entities or presences which might talk to you or communicate with you in some other way, and it can feel like everything is alive. I mean, visually, good luck even looking at a particular thing, because it's probably going to start to merge into and out of other things. This is really the dose where you start to get taken into 2CB hyperspace. Your vision is going to be completely enveloped by geometry, fractals, cool looking patterns you've probably seen in a carpet shop. Wait, not that kind of carpet. And color? Oh boy, is there a lot of color. You're basically transitioning into a shrimp at this point, not to be confused with simp, that's definitely something else, but honestly I'm tiptoeing around the fact that there is really no way to explain the visual intensity at this dose without actually experiencing it. Similarly to my 300 mic acid trip video, which you should check out if you haven't already. Traces will stay in your field of view for so long that they're basically gonna make up your vision. And by the way, traces don't just apply to visuals. I took a shit on 45 mg and I felt the touch traces of that for longer than I was hoping for. Combine that with all the colors and rainbows and we're basically in Putin's personal hell. The closed eye visuals are likely to take you into beautiful landscapes of even more color and rapidly changing environments, which might be comparable to something like a DMT trip. But the intensity totally depends on how much you would take. Time is also gonna slow the fuck down, and you might even have periods where you lose all sense of time, so it might be worth having a trip sitter at this dose just to make sure you'll be okay. I would really appreciate it if you hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and if you didn't, then leave a dislike. Check out our LSD series and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future psychedelic content. I've got a really cool 2CB video planned, so stay tuned, otherwise I will see all of you awesome people next week.